Hi everyone, this is just a brief introduction to the Chinese Imperial Army, and I'm focusing here on the Ming Dynasty, which is really going to run during the latter stages of medieval Europe, so around 1000 or so CE, really all the way up until about 1450 CE, so about 400 years or so. The army during this time period is much more than just soldiers, and in fact, a lot of these soldiers were also required to figure out how to survive themselves. And so that meant farming techniques too. So you would have to, if your army was traveling, you would have to rely on your farming skills in order to make sure that your army was fed. In theory, this would develop more well-rounded soldiers, but eventually it was deemed to be kind of unsustainable. So the army itself would use cavalry, infantry, and archery. Cavalry is going to come in from the influence to the north of the Mongols, and archery will come from the same basic region. The Chinese will use that, and the Ming Dynasty will use that and adapt it to suit their needs. In addition, in terms of tactics, they're based on the famous information provided by Sun Tzu, The Art of War. The idea that you need to know your own army, know your strengths, and also know the strengths of your enemies before even engaging in battle in order to make sure that you had the biggest advantage possible. The Ming Dynasty is also noteworthy for its advanced technology. If you take a look down here, this is a ship from the 1400s of the Ming Dynasty compared to the size of the ships that Columbus used for his journey. The Ming Dynasty actually sails all the way around the coast of Africa. They sail into Europe, they travel to Europe, and they realize that they are way more advanced than anything that Europe is putting out there during the tail end of the medieval stages. In addition, some of the weaponry was much more advanced. Here you have these Chinese fire arrows, basically rockets that were used and lit. These rockets could do a variety of things. They could explode on impact. They actually had a two-stage rocket that they developed in the Ming Dynasty, where the first stage it would fire out, and then the second stage, a smaller fuse would be lit, and this lighting would lead to anywhere from 6 to 12 arrows being released and shot out, almost like grape shot would be with cannons in later European history, or like a shotgun blast in order to inflict the most damage possible. So combining the tactics of the Chinese along with their much more advanced technology led to some great victories over various groups and allowed the Ming Dynasty to expand to a much larger degree and allowed to be extremely successful in terms of Chinese history. If you have any questions, please let me know. Have a great day.